back to more Space Engineers. Hal here, and we are watching Reavers get their butt handed to them. Well, hopefully get their butt handed to them. A couple of NPCs spawned into the area. Reaver was about 3 kilometers away from us. And hopefully they're going to stay 5 or 6 kilometers away from us. Oh, man. Okay, it's got a frigate going after it. I'm not going to worry too much because it looks like they're chasing them out of the area. Now, we did get a notice that the Reavers have detected potential targets in this area, which means we're probably going to see more of them. So we're working on getting this thing up and running as fast as possible. And we are not as close as I was hoping we'd be. Okay. We need field emitters and almost 1,000 superconductors. And the Reavers are heading way the hell away. That's awesome. Okay, so we need to make like another 40 metal grids. I know it's only 32, but we're gonna just go ahead and make a bunch. 80 detector components and 80 gravity components. Let's go ahead and get those queued up. Actually, you're done, so we're gonna have you go ahead and make the 40 of those that we need. We're gonna have you guys, we said 80 of these, right? So we got 80 of those. And then it was 80 detector components as well, I believe. And, oh, superconductors. We need like 1,000 superconductors. So you're not producing anything, so we're going to go ahead and just crank that up. I know I have the materials for that, so I'm not going to worry. And how many field emitters do I need? I need 15 gives us 400. So 450, 465. How about we just go ahead and make 500? Nice round number. You're making a bunch of plates. Alright. You're not making anything, but you are on the other side, so. Now that is going to use quite a bit of material, but I think we actually have all of this. The only thing we might not have, actually we don't need the magnesium for that. Silicon, iron, platinum. Yeah, we actually have all that. We should have all that. Let's go large cargo. We're gonna hide empties. Yeah, we've actually got all of the materials, and this is all just from the things that we're refining. You know, let me show you here. It's like we've just been pulling ridiculous amounts of material off of this stuff. So like I was saying before, if you're not recycling things and you have the all scrap mod turned on, you're really missing out on the benefits of it. Because I mean, doing this, we don't really have to mine. Just some things you have to pull out, like magnesium. Because if you don't get lucky and pull ammo for the weapons you happen to be using, you're going to need the magnesium. So, it's not too bad. Alright, so that's going on. This is getting welded up. Slowly but surely. Oh, it's going to be, 200 radio components. Now, I think that the shield generators, I think they actually do have a radio signal on them. Like the underlying radio mechanic, because of the way that they operate. Don't quote me on that. But I have a feeling that when we bring this online, we're going to see more Reavers and orcs showing up. Because my experience has been whenever the shields are online, I see more of them. So it may just be a coincidence. You know. So we'll see. We said antennas, right? Make 200 of those. Yeah, those are cheap. Okay. Now, it will be nice to have all of this up and running. Before I forget, I'm going to check and see how much uranium. We want just the station. Okay, plenty. Now, one thing that somebody pointed out is that we don't really have batteries on board. We have like 2 batteries in the habitation area. Actually, repair really quick. So I'm probably going to add, because we've got, yeah, just those 2 batteries there. So I'm probably going to start working on a reactor room, like a power station kind of thing. Which means those guys are going to stay where they are. But I do want to have a system in place that we can have a power station that we can go down into and have all of our reactors and everything. And I want that to be a little bit more inside the asteroid than where it's sitting currently. Because right now, these things are actually really easy to get a hold of if somebody happens to work their way into either one of these caverns, I guess we'd say, the tunnel system. So what I want to do is, and this is something we talked about before, is this area over here, let's get that out the way, is we're going to have stairs over here going down to an area, I don't know, let's go out and take a look really quick, because I want to check. I mean, I could just pop the cam out there, but it's more fun to do it in person, right? All right, so what I'm thinking here is we have an area that may be down and over this way a bit. So that way there's much more stone between whatever's coming in and whatever's there. And that will allow us to have a little bit more protection. And then what we could do is we could actually even extend a line out here. So we can put a defensive cap in. Because the idea is that the station shield is going to encompass most of this asteroid eventually. What we need to do, and this is why I'm going to get a reactor room of some kind or a power generation room of some kind up and running in the immediate future, just so that we have a little bit better handle on what's going on for the power generation stuff. And I think with the materials that we have on hand, I can get probably another 2, 3, maybe 4 large reactors online. And we have enough material on the asteroid that we can actually mine out for the uranium. So I'm not overly fussed for that aspect of it. But we also still need to get a defense platform of some kind up here. Let's go this way. And so I'm thinking, I don't know, do I want to have it where we just go ahead and cap this entire thing off? Because if I cap it off, I could actually make a utility hangar or something in here. I mean, this is a huge space. I've capped larger craters, but it's been a long time. What is that? Why is it heading this way? Why does that look like that's... That's something upgraded. That's something upgraded with very, very large things. Not sure what that is. Hold, please. Let me in. Come on. Now we're in. Do that really quick. We're gonna run to the bridge. I need a smaller combat scout craft, I think. Alright, so thrusters online. You are on auto. You are separated. And we're gonna head out. Because I don't know what that is. And I don't like not knowing what big ships are coming towards the station. Because that is a really big ship, whatever it was. And like I said, even if we end up in a fight, at least this way we know it's coming. What is that? I don't know what that is. All right, let's go. Let's go say hello. Because that almost looks like that might be a Reaver. And if it's not, maybe we can salvage it. It's something that took a beating, though. Now, I am intentionally coming up on this thing behind its path of travel. Exploration ship. All right. I'm actually kind of curious about this. I mean, it's beat the hell up, whatever it is. And that looks like... Not sure what that is. Maybe deconstructed thrusters, it looks like. So let's see if we can close in on it. So what we're trying to do is just we're manually attempting to match speed. Okay, it looks like it's been beat the hell up, whatever it is. See if we can bring ourselves in. Now realistically I could try and match speed with it. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of stuff in there. So what we're gonna do is let's go take a look. Now, as I said, I do worry about things sneaking up on us. So we're gonna leave the weapons armed. Let's go do a bit of exploration. Man, this thing took a beating. Alright, so I'm seeing panels in there. I think I remember these guys. Not this particular one, but the ship style. This actually had, like here would have been like the reception area. There would have been a hangar space out there in front of those windows. You are actually painted. I'm wondering if is there anything in any of the cargo? Yep, there's stuff in the cargo. Okay. We're gonna bring the hug boat by and let. Oh, looks like Bob's already working on it. Good job, Bob. Okay. Doesn't really matter which way we choose, right? There you go. Okay, so there's stuff in there, but there's nothing for us to worry about. Like, there was nothing aggressive in there, so just lots of ammo and stuff. So let's go ahead and have Bob take that stuff apart for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to reposition ourselves slightly above. Alright, get ourselves a little bit better oriented. And start closing in on it a little. Look at it from this side so we can actually see the outline of the shield. Now I could actually go in and change the settings on the shield, but I'm not that worried about it. So I'm wondering if the person who did the paint job is a fan of Bob and the universal paint it pink. Oh man. Hey, so for random surprises, this one wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a Reaver. I thought that because the Reavers had started a fight, you know, that they had shown up, and basically this was their stealth ship. For those who don't know, the Reavers will sometimes, hey, speaking of Reavers, they will sometimes turn off their broadcast once they get into a certain range on a detected target. So I think we just stripped the gravity generator off of this thing. Let's see how our ship measures up. A ship. Oh, wait, ship measuring contest, right? Not too bad, actually. They definitely had more living space on board. So we're gonna just go ahead and start breaking that. That should get us pretty close. Explosive shipment. And I think it's going to be about as close as we're going to get to matching speed without actually matching speed. All right, I'm actually going to bring myself around a little bit. And we are actually heading towards the planet. So eventually this thing is going to end up down there. So just cleaning up a little bit of the debris. Let's see what we've got in there. Looks like there might be a reactor in there. No, that's just the piping. Okay. It's just the conveyor work. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll wait for it to strip out like the conveyor stuff. I'm not going to worry about breaking down all of the iron blocks and everything. Because I'm not... Well, I guess there is some heavy armor on there. Like I said, I'm going to worry more about the bright green stuff coming out. Other than that, I'm not too worried about the rust. And honestly, I can probably get away without stripping that stuff as well. But what I want to see is... Yep, got missiles. Okay. Let's see what you have here. Anything good? Lots of uranium. Alright, so when we get back to base, we're going to have to pass all this stuff over to the other refineries. And that's the other thing that I may do, is now that we've gotten the basics of the base, the asteroid set up, is if we're going to go ahead and do a larger power system, I'm thinking we'll probably do a larger refinery system as well. But I haven't decided on that yet. What we have works for us. But because of the fact that we're not able to get components, we only get scrap. I kind of need to be able to process it faster than what I am right now. Alright, that pirate is actually close enough to warrant changing our angle of attack here. Looks like we've gotten most of the good stuff off of this thing anyway. We're down to just stripping the conveyor junction, or the conveyor blocks out. In fact, let's take a look and see what the bobs are working on here. Box to build. So it's pulling interior lights. You're pulling interior lights. Buttons and lights. Gravity generator. Right. You're not pulling anything. Heavy armor blocks. Mostly just armor blocks and gravity generator, arc furnace. Alright, it's pulling the ship that we're grinding down is starting to pull away from us a little bit. So let's reorient ourselves. And we're gonna see if we can get ourselves back into position to start stripping out the rest of the stuff. Basically, I'm just trying to keep it from smashing into the ship, into the shield, which is getting kind of close on. There we go. All right. And for you, and if nothing else, we can end up using the ship as a shield. 3 armor is what it has basically become at this point. So as far as our base expansion is concerned, what I want to focus on for right now is, like I said, getting the shield generator online. Once we have the shields online, we can start adding in more weapon systems. And I'm waiting to see if we're actually getting closer to the Reavers or not. Alright, you have gone far enough out. We're drifting away from the Reavers. So let's look at the build systems again, see what you're stripping out here. Heavy armor. Heavy armor, interior walls, some lights. Like I said, if the only thing that it's still looking at are armor blocks, I'm not going to worry too much about those. Heavy armor. You guys are light armor. Looks like it actually pulled all of the good electronics out. And the rest of it's just armor. Okay. Now, part of the reason I'm not too worried about it is this thing is heading towards the planet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do I want to take a quick look through and make sure we got everything? There's a void wolf nearby. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we've got everything that we really need. And yeah, just smacked our shield. Which is fine. It just means it's much more likely now to end up in the atmosphere. Alright. That can continue on. And we can go this way, which will get us a little closer without having to get us closer. I kind of want to watch it go because we do have deadly reentry turned on. So it's one of those, I kind of want to put a camera on it and just let it follow it in and see what happens, but it's fine. And we're jumping back there. So I set up our first jump drive specifically to be able to get us back to the asteroid regardless of where we actually are. Should be this way? Yeah. Alright. Okay. So now we go ahead and dock this thing up. Let me get back to the asteroid. We will come back shortly. And what we'll do is I'll just do a quick break, get us in here, get docked up, get everything unloaded, and yeah, we'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So let's go ahead, go large cargo. I had that. And we want this ship only. And basically we're going to unload as much stuff as we can. You know, let's go ahead and drop that down there because we can. Anything in here that needs to be pulled out? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's all that stuff is in the refinery. You know what? Let's go ahead and drop this down here. Just go ahead and get that out. Small cargo container. Yeah, all this can. Drop all of that, because that's all stuff that we just pulled out of the other ship. And we can drop all of that. There we go. And then that basically, as the refineries open up space, it'll pull from there. But we actually have quite a bit of stuff. Let's pull all this stuff out here. I want to go ahead and clear all of this. But what's important is based off of how much time it took us to get out there and get back. We may actually have a shield for the station now. We head back, take a look, go this way. Cyclops, not worried about you. Because even if you show up here, you are not an issue. This guy, oh man, look at how close we are. 15 away from the field emitters being done. Superconductors should be, they're actually getting produced again. And gravity components and detector components look like they're probably the only thing we're still missing. Probably the radio. No, radio's done too. Okay. Alright, so we're done with all the field emitters. Now it's superconductors. Computers. I need another 1,000 computers. Yeah, 1,000 computers. Okay. And yes, I know I can load the script for Bob that gets everything queued up for me, but it's okay. So then I need yeah, that's fine. What did I say? 1,000 computers? Let's do 1,200 just to make sure. All right. So now we need plates. What we're gonna do? So it's just in our personal inventory. All right. So we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have our supply line come off of here. So let's go. Actually, I'm going to take some of this stuff off our menu. And I think I need construction components. So what I want to do is, at least temporarily, yeah, I need construction components. Is have just a little walk up and over. So we'll do that. And sure. Oh, you're not gonna let me get away with that, huh? Alright, so we'll do the little cheaty thing. It's fine. Can I get away with that? Oh, I can get away with that. That's awesome. All right, that's perfect. Thank you. Look at that. And that can sit there. And it gives me another light right here. Now, the reason I did this is for a couple of reasons. One, I'm going to have these things. You're not actually attached to anything right now. So what I should do is probably, actually, you know what? Do it this way. We'll do that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this with that. We're going to do the same on this side. You will go there. Now, I don't think I knocked anything loose, because I think this was actually attached there. This was attached to the light, which was attached to that and that. And this one is also there, right? Okay. Now, I do want to take... Grid's going to split if removed. So that is because that's not actually attached to anything. So let's do that. And that. And now I should be able to take this off without touching anything, yeah? Yeah. There we go. Okay. And that patches all that together. I'll probably do another one of those on this side. Actually, no, I kind of like that. I like it. I think I like it this way. And the reason it's important is because we're going to take this out. Because this is where we're actually going to run a bunch of stuff eventually. It's going to pop out through here. And I am not even going to mine this out because I have got so much stone and miscellaneous crap in my inventory right now. And you are going to be a placeholder. So we're going to minimize... How many blocks is that? Yeah, that's 4 plates on, but that's... There you go. There we go. Alright, so now we want that can come out. We're going to grab our conveyor block. We're actually going to put conveyor right there. First, I'm going to put an actual block in there. And I need interior plates, so we're going to grab those really quick. There we go. Alright, so we can drop that in there. And we can now grab, we don't need that to be anything other than straight conveyors. Right. Okay. Alright, and that gets us a conveyor area that we can walk over. Still be able to see the conveyors, just because, no other reason. Alright, and I kind of like having the stairs there just because. I mean, if we really needed to, we could always justify it as saying it gives us a slightly elevated point of view. Alright, so anyway, that gets us a supply line out here so that we can actually put big guns out here if we want to. And I think what we're going to do from here is let's go... You're 12. Sure. 6. How far... If I'm standing on this, that gets me pretty close out there, actually. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. So I'm trying to minimize how many blocks we're using for everything. 15, 16, 17, 18 should... Yeah, that's going to get us... I think it's going to get us about as close as I want to take it. And like I said, this is just to get us connected out there. Couple. Yeah, that gets us most of the way there. And yeah, okay. And yes, I'm probably going to come back and replace a bunch of this stuff. At some point, at least. Right. But we'll see how this all plays out here. Right, like I said, this is going to be a rather large cap. Alright, that's good. Can I get... Let's get a spotlight out here. We'll go back and grab the parts for this. Actually, let's put you out here. Yeah, we'll bring it over a couple of blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be good. That gets us almost in the middle, I think. So what I'm probably going to have to do then is I'm probably going to have to put a rotor in to square this up. Which is fine. I actually don't mind doing this. But for now...
You do realize I'm the one keeping you alive. Maybe you should keep my battery topped up with that in mind.
Make sure that is the only thing in our prep area, or build queue. Yeah, throw on one computer. That will be hilarious if that's because I'm just carrying so many metal plates. Of course, our system is basically stripping every computer it can get for the shields, but that's okay. Is there really no computers in here? What are you doing? You, over here. Hate that. I miss the days where that would actually pull across grids easily. Alright. Okay, so that actually helps a lot. So yes, what I'm going to end up doing is bringing this over. So if we go 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so probably about here-ish. And then we'll have a... You got a little closer. Okay. So yeah, what I'm thinking is we'll put a conveyor block in, say, here. Oh, I need regular conveyor junction. And then we can put an advanced rotor in with another conveyor junction on it. And then on top of that, we put another plate. So that'll actually come down one. Because I don't want to have this be.
Remember Hal from 2001? They didn't keep him properly charged either.
Alright, I get the point. Let's go back and get recharged. Alright, so let's go ahead. And like I said, that basically gets us an idea of where we need to go to get out there to get supplies. I'll bring a rotor. I'll build a rotor out there, an advanced rotor. Let's go ahead and hop in here. I probably should have just gone in the ship and done it that way, but you know, gives me a reason to come in here, hang out for a second. Let's go ahead and grab that. May as well. We're resting anyway, and since we don't burn food or drink while we're in the beds. And we now have full charge. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and drop that out, drop that out. We're going to grab, I mean, I could technically get away with a hinge. I think the advanced rotor is a better option, though. Yeah, I think we're going to go with advanced rotor. Right, so what we'll wind up with then is that we're going to have, let's turn my actual light on. And I want you to be, I want 0 there or there. I think I want 0 there. All right. And then from here, we're going to end up with a conveyor on it. And we'll have armor block. So what we'll do is we'll rotate the rotor head so that we end up with this basically being squared off. And I might be able to do this manually. It was worth a try. Oh, alright, so... But yeah, like I said, basically what we're going to do is square this off. Do I actually want to bring that back some? Because that's... Let me... Okay, so we're on there. I may bring that... that's actually not... That wouldn't be bad, because then if anything comes in from up there... Because we've actually seen a bunch of things coming in from this line up. Specifically, like, in the areas of that asteroid and that area there. So that might not be good. And then that would actually give me the ability to fire over the asteroid as things breach the line. It just means I'll have to put a bunch of defensive items in over here. Yeah, I mean, I guess it works. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that'll work. We'll make it work no matter what we do. Like I said, I may actually... Why is there a Reaver and Reaver heading this way? And you are heading right for us. Alright, this might end up being a... might end up being a thing. See, this is what I was worried about, because that's about where they were when they detected the other ships. I need to get a remote. I need to get a remote post out somewhere where I can see what's coming in. It is a space-based invader. Yeah. Alright, so you look like you're gonna cut close to the base. We're gonna go ahead and get ready. Because I have a feeling we're gonna hear you screech here in a second. Alright, well, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and call this one here because it's been running a little bit longer than expected. And you can just make out the ship in the distance. So I guess you have to come back on Wednesday to find out whether or not we have fun with a Reaver. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you know the routine. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. For those who are in the U.S., happy Memorial Day to you. I probably will not be available. I'm obviously pre-recording this. I probably won't be available all day online, but you never know. Drop a message down and hope you have a fantastic day. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Ooh, this is going to be interesting.